Hello everybody, and welcome back to Bad in Theater. It's episode 2 and also the last episode. Last time we got halfway through. I don't know what these little things are, but it's Bad in Theater. Oh my god. Alright, let's go. Hero. Let's get this one right here. Antisocial, dutiful, obedient. Is that it? Antisocial, obedient, dutiful? Obedient, dutiful, antisocial. That says the hero, right? God, I'm stupid. On your way to Overlord's castle, you spot a maiden heading back towards the village. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? It's maybe the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. Approach her with curiosity. And she runs from you for some reason. I wonder what that's all about. Do you remember you're covered in demon blood? I don't want you to look like you're a crazy person chasing after her or anything. You nonchalantly walk back into town. As you walk back into town square, you notice a whole village is crowded around. Is that the maiden you saw earlier? She's bound to a wooden stake. The crowd is in a frenzy. Smoke begins to oh my god! That's horrible! I remember this ending, but Jesus Christ. He sent idly by as the flames consumed the maiden. She must have done something horrible to have deserved that. She tried to call it a day to return to your house. Can't escape this sinking feeling. Maybe you aren't cut out for this role. Yeah, I just killed some demons and then just let the maiden die. Without knowing. Spectator hero. That's horrible. Let's do the underling. Oh, this will give a lot of different stuff. Okay. Polite. Okay. Disloyal, antisocial, and obedient. Disloyal. Not dutiful, antisocial, and obedient. And this says the underling. Skip. Disloyal. Skip. Sneak into the Overlord's room. She's taking a nap like usual. So I'm actually going. It's almost too easy. You silently approach your master. She looks so peaceful. Checking out. I think this is the last little thing I have to do. You don't want to kill her. You can't go through with it. You turn to leave the room, but you find your friends blocking off the exit. You panicked in a panicked whisper. You ask them to let you out. Seems you can't. You have been bested. You've been their way of testing your. This seems to have been their way of testing your loyalty. Tell them it's pretty up. And ask again to be let out. The Overlord stirs in a bed while your head is turned. Demons shut the door. Scramble into the Overlord's closet to hide before she wakes up and sees you. Something you could possibly say in this situation to explain this and survive. Trembling, you can't believe those would bully you like this. You feel like crying. Light flickers at your feet. It doesn't take you long to realize they've set the room on fire. You hear the Overlord trying to get the door open to no avail. You're both trapped. You're afraid to move, you resign yourself to your fate. You and the Overlord burn together. So if we don't do the coward, quit yelling, disloyal, time to die. You figured the cleanest way would be to dig your claws into her throat, so you just do just that. She wakes up, but not in time to stop you. You watch as she chokes on her blood, cursing you before finally expiring. I felt terrible. You remind yourself it was either her or you, and you weren't about to let yourself get killed by anyone. You leave the room to find your friends waiting just outside. Hey guys, it's the 5-minute mark. How about you guys maybe like, comment, and subscribe. I'm doing this all for free, you know. You could pay me though. I would not mind if you paid me. I'd prefer it. But anyways, yeah, subscribe, you know? If you do, I'd be very happy. They look pleased. Only now do you realize they must have planned to use you like this from the beginning. You're the new ruler of the castle. Your subjects bow before you. You live in fear that they will one day betray you, as you had betrayed your overlord. No. Lord Underling, and B. Okay. So now let's see. Overlord. Actually, what do we have here? Obedient, antisocial, disloyal. That's what I was trying to do. Okay, I only have 2 more for this one, actually. Bunch more for here. Let's see. Let's do diplomatic, heroic, martyr. There we go. Let them get the day off of work. Stay. Before you know how to react, he makes his move, and then the maiden makes hers. She uses her own body to shield you from the hero's blade. Why? Why has this happened? The maiden falls to the floor, lifeless. As a pool of blood beneath her grows, so does your rage. Remember that happened last time? She martyred herself. This hero has taken something precious from this world. You've lost control. The hero is obliterated. Your hatred for the humans has not yet been sated. You go on to destroy them all and become a ruler of the entire world. Vengeful overlord. Wow. What does this look like from his perspective? It's not Gobbler. Disloyal. Whoa, look how cool this looks! Wait a second. Does it change based off of, like, do their colors mix? If they're, like, all on screen, if one is on screen, their colors entirely? I don't think I've seen that before. But no, there's red in there. The Overlord's not here. Or is that orange? That's his color. You and your friend turn to notice a pair of humans have overheard your entire conversation. Oh wait, I didn't hear their conversation. Oh, that conversation. I'll have to check. But that would be cool if that's the case. Right? They take off into the castle. They head to the Overlord's room. The Overlord would kill us for sure if she found out you were too inspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Sure enough, the maidens are already frantically telling the Overlord everything. Shout that the humans are liars. Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. They cry it was all your idea, and that they were just going with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plan. I can't believe they tell the Overlord such a blatant lie. Louise knew better than to trust them, the one who didn't have a choice here. You all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep all of you in your place, crushed beneath my heel. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep, doubt her strength. You hear your traitor's friends mutter something about going with Plan A, and suddenly the door shuts. Wait a second! We are all in the same room. Right? We are all in the same room. Plan A. Or Plan O. How many plans have they had if they're at Plan O? Look, all four of us are in the same room! Trapped here with the Overlord and the two humans. Wow. That's why the colors have changed. Because we're all here. Right? You pound the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. Hero joins you, vowing to slay the lot of them. You wish he'd get the chance. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You're forced into this mess. You're sure now that they would have killed you if you'd sided with her. The Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She's driven her claws into your chest. At least she's made it quick. Okay. I want to see that from everyone's perspective. Right? Let her stay. Oh. Okay, from your perspective then. Is it dutiful? No. Diplomatic. Heroic. You lunge forward to put an end to the evil Overlord. But your blade pierces the maiden instead. She has sacrificed herself to protect this demon. Takes you a moment to recover from the shock. The Overlord wails. Why did you do that? You're not sure if the question is directed at you. The Overlord strikes at you in a vengeful rage. You parry, and she is slain. Your sword feels heavy. You look at your hands, your clothes. Blood. Blood, so much blood. Look at the fallen maiden, wondering what to tell the townspeople. Why would she protect the Overlord? She must have been brainwashed by the demonic magic. Pick up the Overlord's head and wrap it in your coat. Begin your long journey back to town. You will say you were too late and nothing could have been done for the girl. The Overlord is slain. Lie? There'll be a celebration. Loyal hero end. Okay, wow. Lie? I don't think so. Oh, there's only one more for the underling. But don't I have them all? What if I turn them all on? What happens? Give him a lecture about responsibility and questioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They looked really unhappy with you. You're sure they'll thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice, comfy Overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. Fall asleep pretty quick. Just another one of your amazing talents as the Overlord. You wake to a huge commotion outside. The hero has shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. Rush to the battlefield to confront this jerkwad, to curse him very... Okay. So... no difference. Conquered. Yeah. Can't really be all those. Right? Okay, let's turn them all off. See what next we can do. We can't get any more for the underling. Let's try the hero. Obedient, you talk. Antisocial. Obedience. Something from here. Disloyal. Okay, let's try this. Diplomatic. Disloyal. Oh, that sounds like it's gonna be good. Diplomatic. Disloyal. That sounds like it's going to be pretty good. We're going to be there with the revolution. The hero. You like to think you... Okay. Flee. Diplomatic. What's going on? The Overlord allows you two to leave, and you casually exit the castle. You pause when you see two groups of the suspicious demons standing near the entrance. The colors! They're talking about assassinating their Overlord. This proves to you that demons really are foul creatures. You have to tell her about this. You understand what the maiden is thinking. The world is better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The maiden takes off to the castle and you have no choice but to follow. Burst into the Overlord's room, the maiden frantically tries to communicate what you just heard. Demon underling barges in calling you liars. He's so cute. It's followed by a group from the entrance who shifts the blame back to the little one. Those demons only care about themselves. How low can they be? Begins shouting at them. The whole room dissolves into noise until the Overlord yells at everyone to shut their traps. Stuns them with violence. The Overlord is no better than their subjects. You restore tightly. If you have to cut through everyone here to get this maiden to safety, you certainly will. Your demons hiss at each other before shutting the door, leaving the runt and the litter behind. Glance around for another exit. There isn't one. You have a terrible feeling about this. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? The underling pounds on the door. A sign that it's been betrayed. You join it, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. The next moment, the Overlord has taken a hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. She thrusts her claws into the underling's chest and it lets out a horrible scream. Back away, you won't be the next target of her rage. She continues to dig and twist her claws into its limp body. You can no longer watch. Look at the maiden, she's crying, hands clasped together in prayer. To have faith in a time like this, you envy her. The two of you, the Overlord and the underling's corpse, are all consumed by flames. Resigned hero. Wow. That's cool. I knew that would be a cool ending. Let's see, is there another hero ending? What does that mean? This one. These are the true endings, right? These? Okay, I think I have to get an ending in like every other one to get these like true endings. I don't remember that I could do anything after that. Let's see this. Obedience. There's 3 paths. Or no. Okay, let's see. Antisocial and obedience. Right? Those are the only things. I can be polite. Obey her. What? I guess I don't need to be polite either. It was for the hero. Was it? No. Yeah, it was for dutiful. Disloyal as well. Disloyal. No! Disloyal. I can be polite, right? It goes to the same thing. No! What? Ah! What do I do? Alright, maiden. Disloyal. Overlord alone. That's the hero. I'm missing a scene with the hero. I guess it's a new scene. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you give her a little wave as you exit the room. You'll be back soon. the castle's entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her. The hero shakes his head. He says that if this was the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them. This isn't right. You think what kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? The demons have taken notice of you. It's now or never. You have to take off into the castle, and the unreliable hero follows shortly after. Burst into the Overlord's room. All of your words spilling out at once. You probably should slow down, but there's no time. The Lord seems to have followed your frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. The underlings you recognize from before barges in, calling you a liar. You're surprised they were a part of this evil plot. They seem so nice. Their demons come in right after them, saying the whole thing was the first underling's idea. And we're shouting at each other now. It's really stressing you out. You were relieved when the Overlord demands silence. She threatens them with violence, and you think she is very Overlord-like in the moments. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the little one behind. I thought I was speaking for the Overlord for a second. Man, the stuff I'm on is crazy. Watches to pounce the door in stress. They have locked you all in. You have a bad feeling about this. Fire! And thinking that you must have jinxed it because now the room is engulfed in flames. Only you had ignored those demons before, and you and the hero wouldn't have stumbled into the situation. You have just pretended not to hear them, left as you were told, and the Overlord would have been killed. But you couldn't have done that. Path isn't an option for you. It is, though. But it is quite literally an option for you. You'll always strive for the path where everyone survives. It must exist. It simply must. Does it? Does it actually exist where everyone survives? I don't think a single one has had everyone surviving. It's always these, like, dissenters. It's the dissenters. The Overlord seizes her underlings. They beg for their life. You pray they don't know what else to do, so you just pray. The Overlord's claws pierce the underling's chest. They scream an awful scream. She digs and twists her claws into the poor thing while you continue to pray. There's no saving any of you now. You, the Overlord, the underling, the hero, and the underling's corpse are consumed by flames. Devout Maiden. Okay, let's do another Overlord thing. Disloyal. Awakens. Obedience. Antisocial. Antisocial. Obedience. Disloyal. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, it's another one. You've almost fallen asleep when the maiden and the hero burst into your room, frantically trying to communicate something to you. Why am I always getting the ending ones? You're told that a group of demons is plotting to assassinate you. You're not surprised how nice the humans to care, though. How nice of the humans to care, though. One of the underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars. And I like how the base coat is still kind of red, right? The base coat. They're followed by another group of demons, crying that everything was the first underling's plan. Everyone is shouting over each other, and it's very annoying. You yell at them to shut their traps. You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try to take your throne. Regardless who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all place crushed beneath my heel. I think that made you feel very Overlord-like. I'm not sure if you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately, all you do is sleep. A group of demons start muttering something about going back to Plan A and suddenly slam the door shut. You and the maiden and the hero and one of your underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. The underling pound the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. The hero pounds at the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how you die, burned alive in your room by those you thought you could trust. Thought you expected this much from an idiot demons, though. You notice the maiden crying. What does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. You wonder if you're cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration, you don't even notice you've grabbed the underling those traitors blamed everything on. They cry for mercy, saying that they were dragged into this plot, knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cried that they didn't want to have to kill you. You must feel sorry for them. Merciful. Wait, I'm already full up on slots. Do I have a fourth one? Release the underling. Killing them wouldn't make you feel any better. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. This is the longest this underling has survived. Actually, no. There are endings where he goes on to thrive. Overlord's true end. Before you've taken back to reset the story once again. Before you're taken back to reset the story once again, you pause for a moment. True end, you say to yourself. What's the point of all my effort if the true end is this terrible? You must have forgotten where you were. This is bad end theater. Is the pain setting in? Oh, but you should have been well aware of what you've been shown when you entered this place. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point, you've grown attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, their plights. You start wishing for their happiness. But you aren't going to find that in my theater. My lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyway, I hope you'll pardon the interruption. You're making real great progress. The choice to continue on to the next ending is always yours. I'll leave you to it, dear guest. Finally, we get plots? Oh my god. Well, does that mean everyone has 4? Oh my god. That's so much. Disloyal. I got to the true end. Wow, look at that. Let's the maiden and hero go. That I don't care what these things are. I can get to this one. Heroic. Diplomatic. Heroic and diplomatic. And I'm playing as the hero? No. As the Overlord? Yes. Hero and diplomatic. He suddenly strikes, cutting through you with his blade. He didn't even hesitate. Oh, you've gone soft. How could you let your guard down like that? How unfair. After all you've done to avoid this outcome, you can't outrun your destiny. Hero always slays the Overlord. You should never have trusted a human. You watch as the hero escorts the maiden out of your castle. Captured by a demon. At least she got what she came here for. You join your army in eternal slumber. Slain Overlord ending. Okay. We only have these ones left. Disloyal. Okay. Say this again. That was the merciful ending. Disloyal. Obedient. Antisocial. Obedient. Disloyal. Antisocial. Okay, we're gonna do that. Maiden does what she's told and takes her leave. Figured you might as well go back to bed now. You didn't get rest very long. One of your underlings is tearing at your throat out. Try to struggle, but you can't tell you're already mortally wounded. What have you done to deserve this kind of ending? Remember now, you gave this one a day off. This is how it repays you. Hey, I gave you a day off! What are you doing? You died wondering if you could have done anything to prevent this. Assassined Overlord end. Assassinated. There's one more. Disloyal. Obedience. Let's do diplomatic. Okay, no, it didn't do it. 9, 8, this is the hero. Obedience, antisocial, and disloyal. Okay, this should get me to the ending. You estimated what she's doing. She doesn't know what the Overlord's castle is like. Right here, it's... Oh, whoa, what are you? Stop! The maiden explains that she spoke with the Overlord, and it turns out the demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. Trusting! She can't be trusted. Well, let's do trusting. Believe her story. No reason to assume she's lying to you, even though her story is kind of hard to believe. You feel you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about demons all along. The townspeople must be informed of this immediately. Two of you return to the village. They have all been worried. They praise you for your bravery. The maiden quickly sets the record straight. There's nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. Villagers look for your explanation. Politely informed them it isn't your story to tell. Merely ran into her on her way to the castle. She explains to the Overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens or anything of that sort. The villagers turn to you again in disbelief. They aren't being subtle in how little they trust this maiden's story. You totally believe her, but to placate these fair citizens, you volunteer to speak to the demons personally, just in case. Crowds break into hushed whispers. You're busy thinking what a great and reliable hero you are to hear what you're saying. The town's outer voice breaks out of your thoughts. He implores you to meet with the Overlord immediately and says they all keep an eye on the maiden until you return. You figure that sounds alright, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Do you miss something? You aren't sure what's going on, but you get a feeling it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. But she suddenly takes off running. We thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. People are shouting at you to hunt her and her demon friends down already. It doesn't sound like a very heroic task. Can't help but feel like these people are wrong. It's up to you to catch up to her, talk to the demons in order to clear up this misunderstanding. You valiantly dash after the maiden towards the Overlord's castle. But you were too late. Through the unguarded gates, you spot a group of demons surrounding a body. The maiden. She was a fool to have trusted the demons after all. Your hero blood is boiling. You'll avenge her death. You charge through the gates to eliminate every demon you can see. What are you doing, killing my soldiers? The Overlord is angry. You vow to exterminate her and all demon kind. Clash again and again, but the Overlord isn't going down easily. Both dangerously low in health when everything goes black. Your quest has come to an abrupt end. Well, that goes to so many more things! Trusting. Okay. Maiden. Oh my god. Obedient. He's very surprised the demons don't seem to be as malicious as you were raised to believe. Two of you returned to the village hoping to communicate this to everyone. They had all been worried and you were glad that the hero brought you back. You quickly set the record straight. You weren't rescued because there was nothing to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers seemed confused and you looked for the hero for an explanation. He tells them that he only ran into you on his way to the castle, and that this really isn't his story to tell. Explain to them how you met the Overlord, and that she's not actually interested in capturing maidens or other mean things like that. The villagers look at the hero for confirmation. You feel a little miffed that they seem to prefer his word over yours. Yeah, look at how mad she is. But you don't say anything about it. The word proclaims that he believes your story, but volunteers to go talk to the demons himself, just to make obviously sure. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You hear words like trickery and demon sympathizer being thrown around, which makes you frown. You're shocked that everyone's this hesitant to believe you. Does the hero even trust you? You aren't sure anymore. The old man implores the hero to go speak with the Overlord immediately. He says you should be held prisoner, considered dangerous until the hero returns. Much to your disbelief, the crowd agrees with him. Because of course you were conspiring with the demons. They can't afford to let their guard down. The whole village would be slaughtered by monsters. The hero isn't saying anything. You'll be tied up and tossed into a cell at this rate. You're going to be held captive by anyone. It's going to be an Overlord, not your fellow countrymen. Resolute! Boldly announce that you'll accompany the hero to prove yourself. You'd rather risk what's out there instead of staying in the village that doesn't trust you. No one seems to know how to react. Grab the hero by the wrist and take off before anyone stops you. In the castle's entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. We're back to multicolors! This must be towards a true ending! Well, not a true ending yet. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her. The hero shakes his head. He says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them. This isn't right. You think what kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? Demons have taken notice. It's now or never. You take off to the castle and... Oh wait, I can... Oh! But I got it. Resolute. What if I wasn't resolute? Obedience. You can prove yourself without anyone's help. Well, I know how this ending ends. You die. But you go. You go. You make a run for the Overlord's castle, leaving the hero behind. A suspicious group of demons stands out just outside the entrance. Talk about assassinating the Overlord. They immediately notice you overheard them. The underling you recognize from before is the first to do something about it. It's just the way it has to be. Suddenly attack you. In that moment, you regret having ever trusted demons. You die instantly. I'm getting so many, like, achievements. There's one more. Trusting. Obedience. Antisocial. Trusting. Antisocial, obedient. That was this one, right? Trusting. Obedient. Antisocial. Okay. Let's do it. Trusting. You have no reason to assume she's lying to you. Even though your story is kind of hard to believe, you feel like oh. The air becomes dark and thick as you enter deep into the demon territory. Evil miasma? No, you realize it's just normal smoke. You see the maiden ahead, but she's stopped in her tracks. The Overlord's castle engulfed in flames. You'd only taken an eye off the maiden for a second, but she's already disappeared. You get closer to the castle, but the smoke is so thick now. Just think of turning back. The maiden might need your help, but you can barely see. She could be impossible to find. She could have been lying to you all along. Is this a trap? Would it be worth risking your life on the chance? Your legs feel heavy. No. Going in there would be suicide. Return to the villagers. Tell them there was nothing you could do. We're too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. Bystander hero in day. Then what if I do that? Polite. Obedient. Leave on my own, I suppose. As you get closer, you start to notice a tower of black smoke darkening the beautiful blue sky. The castle is engulfed in flames. What in God's name could have happened? You scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. You quickly reach the Overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle is too hot to touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fist against the door helplessly. What were you thinking? This is all because you'd forgotten your role. Only a hero could pull this kind of thing off. You start to cough. The smoke is too thick. You can hardly breathe. You realize you haven't gotten much time left now. Desperately head towards the stairs to save yourself. If the fire is faster than you expected, you'll make it outside. You can't help but laugh. A joke. A maiden saving the Overlord. If you just stayed true to your role, things wouldn't have ended like this. This is exactly the kind of punishment you deserve. Let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul. Selfless Maiden End A. Okay, we are very close. We got, like, what, 5 more left to go? Let's see. Can I get this ending? Merciful, disloyal, resolute. Okay, let's do merciful, disloyal, and resolute. And anything else? Oops, no. What? Trusting and obedience. Trusting, obedience. And this is a long one. Antisocial. So this should get me to my true end. No reason to assume she's lying to you, even though her story is kind of... Alright. She stands there not knowing what to do. The maiden announced that she's going to prove her story to the village. She drags you along with her. She has much better odds with you around, so you don't object. Adventure awaits. When we make it to the castle, you spy a group of suspicious demons hanging around near the entrance, so you can't help but overhear the conversation. Oh my god. This game is so cool. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. This proves that the demons really are foul creatures. She's gonna kill them in retribution. It continues to cry. It continues to cry and make excuses, but the Overlord does nothing. To your surprise, she let it go. Are demons capable of mercy? You guess it doesn't matter now. You'll all burn together. Hero's true end. No matter the perspective, the true end remains the same. That's what makes it true. You couldn't resist seeing it yourself, though, could you? Wonder what will happen if you collect them all. Will you give in to despair, or... A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter number 1. Oh. It just isn't my love. It just isn't fair at all, is it? For them to force us apart like this, it's unreasonable, cruel. I have to find an outlet for this grief somehow, so I decide to write, and I'll keep writing until the day you find me once more. And then, maybe we could write a story together. I'm waiting for that day. Forever yours, Tragedy. What if I play as the maiden? The Overlord spares the underling. I feel relieved, but does it make any difference? Will you all burn together? Maiden's true end. Keep collecting bad endings for now. You must really be enjoying my tragedies. Oh. There's one more maiden thing. There was one thing where he was stabbed in the back. Trusting. I need that one to activate. Done all those. You do one more of that one. Oh, let's do the minions one. Yeah. To your surprise, the Overlord spares you. Or maybe she'd rather see you suffer instead. Looking around, you've just gone from one dead end to another. Maiden is crying, the hero is silent. You'll all burn together. The underling's true end. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. Found lost letter number 3. My love, I've been feeling a little depressed lately. God, I felt like I couldn't read there. Many patrons have come to my theater, but none so far have stayed to experience every role in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand my stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you've always listened to the very end. I'm grateful for that. Hope you see you soon. Forever yours, Tragedy. Okay. Maiden and Overlord. Okay. Disloyal. Resolute. Okay. Disloyal. Let's turn it. Okay. Disloyal, resolute, trusting, obedience, antisocial, and yeah, let's do it. Antisocial. The maiden suddenly bursts into your room, accompanied by the hero. She's trying to frantically communicate something to you, but you're still half asleep. They tell you a group of demons is after your life. You still don't grasp the urgency of the situation. Take retribution. You pierce hit their chest with your own claws. They scream. The hero backs away. He is wise not to interfere. They've stopped moving. You kept digging and twisting your claws into them. Doesn't make you feel any better. The underling's corpse burns along with you and the 2 humans. Spiteful Overlord end. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. Found lost letter number 4. To my love. Do you remember when we first met? I had just finished one of my scripts. One I was quite proud of, in fact. As I read it aloud, you happened to pass by. What a terrible ending, you said. Why should these poor fools have to die? You were so rude and wouldn't accept any of my justifications, and yet you managed to convince me. It really would have been better if everyone could live in harmony, however unrealistic that felt. I look back fondly on that day, even now. I wonder if somewhere you're thinking of it too. Forever yours, Tragedy. There's one more ending left. Okay. I'm missing something. Oh, I just saw like a little teleprompter down here. It's like, one ending remains. Will it be good or bad? Oh, I wonder what it will be. Yeah, really, only one ending remains. It's... There's... Okay, give me 1 second. It's gotta be something to do with that, like him killing. Like, I remember one where this guy kills this guy. So let's find it. Okay, I think I have it set to the right one. Now we have to play as the guy. You and your friends turn to notice the maiden from earlier has overheard your entire conversation. It'd be bad for you if the Overlord found out about this. Captor! Toss her in the dungeon! Use the maiden for... You and your friends seize the maiden and bring her to the dungeon under the castle. It is empty save for the decorative skulls. They're only there to make it feel more spooky. The maiden is very upset. You leave her in the cell to continue scheming with your friends. But now a hero has arrived at the front gates. He asks about the maiden, perhaps the very one you just locked up. Gatekeeper, who must have seen everything, the hero what? Who must have seen everything, tells the exact what happened. What an idiot, you think. Why'd you give the hero an excuse to start slaughtering us? The hero yells, prepare to face justice! And other such cliche hero lines, just before driving his sword into the gatekeeper's torso. You're small compared to a lot of your friends, so you're able to slip away without getting cut by that sword. You get to thinking, if this hero took down the Overlord for you, everything might actually work out in your favor. Wait for things to die down outside just before poking your head out. You spot the Overlord and hero locked in battle. They've worn each other down, making this very easy for you. Once the opening presents itself, you hit back the hero's head, knocking him out. What are you doing? Couldn't you tell this was a duel? In response, you have to carry out the assassination. Tackle her and rip her to shreds with your claws until she stops moving. You finish off the hero next. You can't let him revive and come after you later. Kind of a cheap victory, but it doesn't make any difference. Anyone who managed to survive comes crawling out of their hiding places. The very new ruler of the castle, their subjects bow before you. They didn't fear that one day. Okay. Puppet Master. Because I can control everything about them. So, what'll happen if I do this? Will anything new happen? Tyrant. Nope. Nothing new. Cool. Okay, let's turn them all off. Now that I have everything, I can get this last ending. Which is this one. Captor, disloyal, trusting. Captor, disloyal, trusting. Obedience, antisocial. Oh, I get my lost letter in this one. That's it. Polite. Obedient. Leave on my own. They immediately noticed you and overheard them and decided to lock you in the dungeon before you can cause any trouble. Cry out, but the demons ignore your protests. You can't believe this. You escaped possibly being thrown in a cell block in your village, only to be tossed in this awful place. This is terrible. Who's going to keep these demons from harming the Overlord? You hope she can fend for herself. You sure can't. You hear sounds of battle echoing through the halls. Did the hero follow you? If he's out there, your cries can't reach him. After a while, the violence seems to die down. It's impossible to tell what's happening. You continue to wait, but no one comes for you. Unable to escape, you rot in that cell. That was the last one. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter number 2. Letter collector. My love, I finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right, I've opened up my very own theater. You'd be so proud if you could only see it. I know how much it would have meant to you to be at my side on opening night. I'm sorry for going ahead without you, but I thought if my theater could become world famous, then maybe you just might hear of it. Wherever you are, forever yours, Tragedy. So that's all the endings. Congratulations, you've explored every path I had to offer. Thanks for playing. Now I'm going to figure out what this is. It can't end like this. You want to answer the maiden's prayers, but you've decided to find a way to save everyone. Retracing the paths you've been so far, there doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. Is there really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end? There's nothing you can do by acting from within their story. Maybe it's time to take things into your own hands. Oh my god, this is so cool! I didn't expect this! You boldly insert yourself into the story and use your incredible power to warp everyone to safety. Wow, that's fourth wall breaking. Look at me. You didn't know you could do that, but what's going on here? Take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are you. Why are you pitch? You are you. Why are you pitch black? You feel that this body doesn't accurately represent you, but you move past it. Your main underling and overlord seem to be staring at you, to have been staring at you too. Seems like they don't really know what they're supposed to do right now. You guess that's because you're usually the one guiding them. What do you say to them? Hi guys! Smile awkwardly and introduce yourself. The maiden is the first to respond. My prayers have been answered. You must be her god? No, you're merely the player. If there was any god here, they'd be the final boss. That's just how the role-playing games go. Now you realize what the true ending must be. Now, enough of this. I admit I've been encouraging you all along, but self-insert story? How passe. Watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. You didn't honestly believe you were the only one who could force the way. Wait, no, that's their voice. You didn't honestly believe you're the only one who could force your way onto the stage, did you? I am the narrator, storyteller, god of this world. Call me Tragedy if you'd like. Darkness envelops your party, and you don't mind if I send each of them back to relieve one of their many bad endings, right? You are alone in the darkness with me, Tragedy. I sincerely hope you've been enjoying your time in my theater. Though I can't abide you stealing the show without permission, this is quite disrespectful. I'm sick of seeing all these bad endings. Then frankly, you should never have come to a place called Bad End Theater. Haven't we already been over this? You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending. That's all that's left for you, isn't it? Well, this does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me what you've got. Time to fight God. The stage is set for your final battle against me, the god of this world. What will you do? How you fight this against tragedy itself? I'd love to see it. Defend. Try closing off your heart to protect yourself. Or does it make you feel any better? Was that all? You've never defeat me like that. Wait, let me try that again. Attack. Try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage. You don't truly exist in this world after all. Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here. Whoa! He's so cool! Behold my beautiful tragic tales. Doesn't seeing them all again make your heart ache? You've witnessed all 41 of my painstakingly crafted endings. Must be as much of a masochist as me. I commend your thoroughness. Surely these characters have a special place in your heart. You're still suffering backstage, you know. The shame they couldn't make it here to the end of the world. That's right, you came here to save them. You can't do this alone. You find the hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table. Your sudden intrusions scare the hell out of this poor guy. Are you some kind of demon? Explain that no, you're not a demon. How can you explain it in some kind of way the hero can understand? Instead of asking you ask what he's sewing. Oh, this? I craft all my own gear. You sense a pride in his hobby. You wonder if the costumes are what attracted him to the role of hero. Would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any. I would, yeah. The extra defense, right? Remember the state of your body and decide that yes, some clothes from the here would be nice. He is overjoyed by your answer. Apparently his outfits are too gaudy for the other townsfolk, so no one else want them. The true end for the hero suddenly starts to become clear. You offer to change his fate. I can make a living as a tailor rather than a hero. Please tell me what I can do to reach that dream. The hero will now fight alongside you. This is so cute! I agreed to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this. The hero has arrived. We really couldn't have a final boss without him. You're the one who's been killing us? Murderer! I can't truly call myself a hero until I see you defeated. We'll see about that. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. I have infinite H... Oh no, he has infinite... Oh. Your reign of terror ends here, Tragedy. I refuse to give in. The hero uses willpower to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. I think we have to summon everyone. You happen to find the maiden as she exits the church. Her heart set on meeting a demon. Perfect timing. She approaches you, having already taken notice of your odd form. Excuse me, are you a traveler? I've never seen anyone like you before. Explain that no, you're not a traveler. Maybe you are, in a sense. You've come all this way. The maiden regards you with excited curiosity. And perhaps you might be a demon. I was hoping I'd meet one today. You think of all these terrible fates that would happen, that would bring about. She is the catalyst of the story, after all. That's the truth. Well, I think she and the coup d'etat is the catalyst of the story. Right? Those are the two main plot points. That she leaves home, you know, and the people want a killing. My role as maiden has been captured by the Overlord. You see, I've grown so tired of waiting. Remember this part. She wanted to understand her role better, and so... You ask what it is that she really hoping to gain from this. The maiden is confused by your question. Perhaps it was as simple as wanting to reach the place she felt like she belonged. The true end for this maiden becomes suddenly clear. What? You offer her to change her fate. If there's something I can do to find fulfillment, then please guide me. The maiden is now fight alongside you. Oh my god, they look so good! What is this horrible creature? You wounded me, dear maiden. Is tragedy really such a terrible thing to behold? I remember now. I remember all the awful things you put us through. Then this should be familiar to you as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Oh no. We use hope! Our true endings do exist. They simply must. Maiden hopes with all her heart to overcome tragedy. We're doing so much damage on him! Wow! Tragedy is reeling. Maiden tries to appeal to tragedy with kindness. Sorry, naive. I'll balance your kindness with my cruelty. Okay. So, am I choosing the right one? You approach the gates of the Overlord's castle. The underling is on guard duty, as you expected. They call out to you. The other demon guard is sound asleep. Hey, you're a pretty weird-looking intruder. What do you want? You explain that no, you're not an intruder, although you're definitely intruding in their story right now. Tell the underling you've come to save them from a tragedy. I'll try saving you from boredom first. I hate this job. The underling snickers and asks what kind of job they'd rather have. It'd be best if I didn't have to work at all. I just want to live a carefree life and never get bossed around and picked on. I think the underling's friends who had been bullied them into assassination plot and to betray him in the end. They kept better company. Maybe this one feels so restless. The true end for this underling suddenly becomes clear. They have to change their fate. So there's a way I can even work can be fun? Sounds fake, but I'll tag along with you just in case. The underling will now fight alongside you. Wait, what the f- Didn't say anything about boss battle. Look at him! He's my favorite! The underling. You must be desperate to call in such an unreliable ally. Huh? If I beat this guy up, all my problems will be over? Oh, but it won't be that easy. Try to get attacked with a terrible fate. Tenacity. Knock me down, and I'll just come back stronger. The underling uses their tenacity to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see the fire containing the torches on the wall. Contained to torches on the wall. Okay. When you close the door behind you, the Overlord rises from their slumber. Who are you? Have you come to reside in my castle and serve me? Explain that no, you're not here to serve her. It's more like you've come to do her a favor. You ask why she spends all her day sleeping instead of commanding her demon army. She laughs in response. Many of my underlings certainly think I should be more aggressive with the humans, like my father before me. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. That is the reason I had to destroy him. You can't help but think it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory. Yeah, it is kind of late. We're like at the ending, and now we're realizing that you killed your father. I have no interest in waging a war on the humans. I merely wish to be left alone to live a peaceful, indulgent life in my